we're on, we're back. So, there's no doubt you've seen in the news that the Irish are protesting over the fuel prices and that. And apparently this week it's coming to the UK, there's going to be fuel protests around the country on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The one that I do know of is in New Toxicity by JCB on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, about 12 o'clock. So if you're on that road any of them 3 days, I'll find another way, because the road's closed pizza, but you find another way home. But like I say, it's all over the cost of fuel, because it's like, for argument's sake, £2 a litre is 196, 197, but it's in the 190s for diesel. So this is, and everyone's kicking up a fuss about it. So we're going to close the roads down and no one can get anywhere, so people will be sitting in traffic, engines idling, because they're too dumb to turn them off, wasting fuel they can't afford to use. Right, spark. But that isn't the way to combat it. Now, I'm not saying go block the oil refineries, because that is classed as an act of terrorism. Go block the petrol stations, because if you can't buy it, they can't sell it. And if they can't sell it, they get overstocked. So then they have to sell it off cheap to get rid of it quick. That's what happened when we had the lockdowns, when it was at the same price then. It doesn't matter what happens in the world, fuel will always go up and down. And the way to deal with it is not buy it. So if you can see that problems are arising in countries where oil is their main revenue, fill your tank up before the price hike, and then limit the journeys you've got to make. Or if you're like me, where you've got multiple vehicles, fill them all up, limit the amount of travelling you've got to do, and then hopefully by the time you've trained the tanks on all of them, maybe the prices will start coming back down. That's what I'm waiting for anyway, because I am not spending 200 quid to fill a Ford Transit van up from empty. It's not happening. Or you could just go full parking and just fill it on the diesel. It's a different colour, allegedly. There's always that option if you can find it. The best places to look for that though is canal boat marinas. Ask me now and now. Allegedly. Yeah, anyway. But it's not just the price of fuel there. I can't think of the right way to explain it, but yes, the price of fuel is expensive, but in reality it's not. It's expensive because you're not buying a litre at a time, because it's £2. It's £2. 2 litres of milk is £2. That's half a litre. That's £2 a can. Do we complain when we go and buy a can of Monster? No. You just fucking, it is what it is. When it comes to fuel, oh, it's £2 a litre, that's well expensive. Well, it's not. Because about 60% of that is fucking tax. Do you not, the fuel's not actually £2 a litre. It's the government robbing you. You're probably looking at about £1 a litre. Which, to be fair, is fucking cheap. When you think about the process that goes in to get into your tank on your vehicle. They've got to build an oil rig, they've got to sail it through around the world and then drill it into the ground. And then there's nothing there, so they've got to pick it up again and sail it around the world again and drill it into another spot. And they've got to repeat this process over and over until they find an oil well. And then they can start sucking it up. Then it gets chucked into a ship, sailed all the way around the world again to a refinery. And then it is refined, then it's pumped back into a ship, it's sailed around the world again to somewhere else that needs it. And then when it gets to that refinery, then it is shipped from the ship into the refinery, and then from the refinery it's shipped into lorries that take it to petrol stations. And they're doing all that so that you can get to work for 7 o'clock on a Monday morning for £1 a litre. I'm telling you, it's expensive. That's what the fuel companies are making off it. And before all you smug bastards with your fucking Teslas and your Polestars, in your Ford Capris that aren't Ford Capris, in your Ford Mustangs that aren't Ford Mustangs, you've just got a badge in the battery in them. Before you get all high and mighty that, oh, well, I don't have to do that, I just plug mine into the wall. Think about it. The whole system of the electric car is built on the oil industry. For the simple reason is that the nickel in your battery has got to be mined. And nickel mining is one of the most filthy businesses in the world. Go look at documentaries of it on YouTube. I watched one of them years ago. It is fucking disgusting how it destroys the fucking earth. And all the slag that comes off it and fucking needs washed down the side of a fucking mountain. It's fucking disgusting. And the chemicals and all that shit that are pumped up into the atmosphere out of it. But that's all done by fossil fueled vehicles. It's all mined by machines that run on fossil fuels, oil. So then your nickel's mined. Then it's carted off on a fossil fueled vehicle to a dock where it's loaded onto a ship that burns fossil fuels. Then it's sailed 3/4 of the way around the world, halfway around the world to wherever it is to be made into batteries. And you've got child labour making getting the cobalt out of fucking mines in Africa. And then that's put on oil, fossil fueled vehicles, and then transported to a dock where it is put onto an oil fueled vehicle, fossil fueled vehicle, and sailed across the ocean to go and be put with a nickel to make it into a battery. Then these batteries are made, then they're shipped back to a dock by a fossil fuel burning vehicle, put onto a ship, a fossil fuel burning vehicle, shipped around the world to be put into a car that's electric powered. But all the amount of CO2 and green and all the fucking bullshit pollution that's gone into making it, and then it's shipped back around the world to 2 different countries where morons that think they're saving the fucking planet buy them. And look at me, aren't I wonderful because I eat fucking broccoli. Fuck off, you clown. So you're no fucking better off at sitting there. Oh yeah, but I'd have to go to a petrol station. No, but you have to plug it into the wall where it comes from. Power station that is either a wood, a biomass, which is burning wood, so we're chopping down trees to create electric to power your vehicle. Now yeah, it's sustainable energy. It's sustainable as long as the supply doesn't outweigh the demand. As long as we can supply more than we demand, we're fine. Once we demand more than we can supply, we're fucked. Although we do need these trees to breathe. And then you've got your nuclear power stations where what do you do with nuclear waste when it's spent? It's not exactly the fucking best solution. So yeah, your fucking electric fucking powered car and fucking all this shit. Oh, but we got wind power. Before I dive down that fucking rabbit hole, go watch Landman. Go watch the fucking 2-minute clip of it on that. He'll explain it better than I can, and it's fucking true. So there's your fucking argument for that one, and the fact that it's been proven that a wind turbine never doesn't offset its carbon footprint. For all the carbon it takes to make one, and that over the course of its life, it doesn't repay. And when they're fucking done and spent and need replacing, you can't recycle them anyway. So, and if it's too windy, they turn them off. And if it's a bit windier than that, they tend to fall over. So yeah, that's bollocks. But anyway, seeing as I've gone right off the fucking spectrum with that one, getting back onto it for £2 a litre for your fuel, isn't that all expensive? But no one buys it at £1 a litre, 1 litre at a time. obviously. It's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 fucking quid at a time, or whatever it costs to fill your tank. You're buying it in bulk, so yes, it does seem very expensive when you do it that way. But if we could buy it at a litre a go, would you be that arse? Or if you could buy it at 2 litres like you can with a 2 litre bottle of milk, would you see your arse as much? No, you wouldn't. It's because it's big. You're buying a bulk amount of it. And 9 times out of 10, when you buy things in bulk, you get them cheaper, but with fuel it's different. You don't. Did you fucking rape you more? So yes, I can see the argument for it is taking the fucking piss, because it's the knock-on effect of it being £2 a litre. So if I could put 2 litres of fuel in my van and it cost me 4 quid, and I could run around for an hour or 2 on that, yeah, and get me work and back, I don't think anyone would be too fucking bothered. If you could put a £5 in and it'd last you work and back, and maybe nip do a bit of fucking shopping on the way home, everyone wouldn't be too fucking arsed at the price of it. But it's not, it's because you put your 50 quid in and you're only getting what you used to get for 20 quid. You spend an extra 30 quid and get fucking nothing. This is where people are getting seeing the arse. But it has the knock-on effect. Because to fill this bastard up, when it was about now it's done on fuel cards, so what it says at the pump isn't what you pay. It's about £1.10 a litre. It might be a bit more than that because I don't look at the fuel prices. It's just going off what I've been told. So at the minute it's what, £2 a litre, so it's probably what, about 130, 140 on a fuel card, I'm guessing. But back when it was 150 on a litre, you'd looked at the pump and you'd bang 350 litres in this and you're looking at about 500 quid. Now it's 350 litres in this and it's getting like 650, 700 quid. It's sort of like, yeah, I ain't fucking paying the fuel bill. But I am paying the fuel bill because that cost has got to be factored in. So when you put the invoice in at the end of the month to get paid, you've got to factor in your fuel costs, you've got to factor in your driver's wages. That pushes the price up. So the company's got to pay that, and to recoup them losses that it's gone up because of the fuel, they've got to charge more to the customer, i.e. me and you. So, and then your shopping bills are fucking skyrocketed because everything goes up. The only thing that doesn't go up is your fucking wages. And this is where I've got the problem. It's not the fact that I've got paid £2 a litre for fuel. It's the fact that my wages haven't gone up with the price of the fuel, the price of my shopping, the price of fucking everything else. I'm getting to the point, I'm ready to, I'm fucking biting my tongue, not asking my boss for a pay rise. Not because I know that the answer's going to be fucking no. It's the fact that if I have a pay rise, there's 15 other drivers that have got to have a pay rise. And that's going off the last pay rise we had at work. It was £20 a day. That doesn't seem like a lot. It's £100 a week over 5 days. It's not a massive pay rise, is it? Yeah, boss can afford an extra £100 a week. Times that by 15. That's an extra £1,500 a day on top of what my boss was already paying just in wages. Times that over 5 days, you're looking at about 70 grand a week just in wages. Then you've got fuel. Looking roughly about the same again. If you drain the tank on this every day. But luckily I can push it to about 2 days before I've got fill up. 2.5 max. So you're looking at what? Anywhere between 12 to about £1,800 a week per vehicle. That's 15 drivers, 70 grand a week in wages, thereabouts. 15 vehicles, we'll go for 1,500 quid a week just in fuel. Some will do more, some will do less. In lower averages, we'll call it 1,500 quid. Times that by 15, about 15 grand in fuel. So 70, looking at 100 grand a week. Then you've got the tax, you've got the insurance, maintenance. Did you see why this job doesn't look like fucking profitable? This is where you overcost you don't see. Your boss has got to factor that into when they're billing the customer. Because no one can run a business at a loss because it'll go bump. It's not a case of making profit to be greedy, it's a case of making profit to keep the fucking lights on, to keep the wheels turning, to make sure that you go and get your fucking, you can go and get your Greg sausage roll at the end of the fucking week. Treat yourself when you get paid. Not that you really want to eat a Greg sausage roll if you've seen how the fucking keep the warehouses, but yeah, I've mentioned about that in the past. No, thanks. It's the whole fucking knock-on effect that I really need a fucking pay rise. Not the fact that I've got a motorbike that I really shouldn't have fucking bought because she let me, but that we've been down that rabbit hole. It's just because of the price of living. The entire world is built on oil. It demands everything. Trains run on fuel. Trains are diesel, electric. Diesel, it's the clues in the fucking name. Shit ton of fuel that freight trains burn. Yes, passengers are all electric. It's mainly your freight trains that are diesel. And so you've got that. Fucking planes, jet fuel. Everything runs on fucking oil. It's something you can't get away from. And the best bit about it is everyone's kicking off about petrol and diesel. Petrol and diesel is mainly a byproduct of what majority of fucking oil is used for. It's mainly used in pharmaceuticals, in cosmetics and all that kind of shit. That's where the fucking really refined shit goes. Diesel and petrol, and that's all like a byproduct of what they want it for. So when you see all these car manufacturers coming out with fucking electric cars and electric's the future, and you don't see the fuel companies like BP and Shell kicking off about it, I wonder why. It's because that's that pocket money to them. Their fucking mainstreams of income is other industries on what oil is used for, not petrol and diesel. Anyway, this has gone way off where it was meant to fucking go. Hopefully you can take some nuggets of information out of what I fucking said, and it might make sense, it might not. You might just enjoy listening to me just ranting. I fucking doubt it, I don't think anyone enjoys listening to me ranting, but hey ho, there's a few people that do because I keep getting the same amount of fucking repeat views, so this will do fucking none now. You watch, I've said that, I just jinxed myself. Anyway, I've gone on long fucking enough. I've made no sense to anyone. I've rabbited a load of bollocks, a load of bullshit. So I'll catch you another day, another way, 10-4, bonjour, I'll catch you on the flip-flop.